Hey guys, welcome to Flip and Customize. On today, I'm just doing a real quick tech tip on the second gen Dodge Ram with the Cummins, the 24, the early, like late 90s, 24 valve Cummins specifically. If you have the situation where your truck is like holding first gear for too long, and this is common on some of these trucks, and you gotta let off the throttle and then get back into it, and then it shifts and the rest of the gears work fine. A couple of quick things to check on these things that could be a simple resolution to the problem. I'm going to show you right here. It's just a real quick, it's actually a pretty easy adjustment. Most do-it-yourselfers can take care of this on their own. So like I said, this is a 99 Dodge Cummins. So it's got the manual throttle, and it also has a, what basically kind of like a kickdown cable. It goes to the transmission. It's called a, I think it's called a TY cable. But anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about. We'll get this thing, I'll show you. This truck is doing just that. So it's stuck in first gear. You're gonna throttle it, then let off, and then hit the throttle again. It shifts and it's fine. So I'm gonna go over this quick adjustment for you. It's something you can try and potentially save yourself a lot of money. All right, here it is, guys. And what it is this mechanism right here is your throttle. That's your throttle. This is your cruise control right here. And this is that cable I'm talking about, the TY or kickdown cable. It's usually covered up, just so you know, when you open your hood. It's got a black plastic cover over it. It just snaps on in the front here. And it'll be a little clip on the top and sometimes on the bottom. Mine just has two quick clips and a pin in the top. So again, to do this, this is not a direct how-to, but this is something that works. Just want to show you kind of what you'd have to do. So you're not touching either one of these. It's this cable right here. So with this cable, it's pretty tight right now, which is what I would be expecting to see with the way this thing's shifting. The tighter you make this cable, okay, so the more it's pulled in the back, so the cable's pulled back, so this is tighter, it's going to hold a shift longer from first to second. It's going to like, and hold on to it for a while before it shifts, which is what this is doing. However, there's an adjustment on the back. If you slide the cable in and create a little more slack here, it's going to allow that transmission to go ahead and shift sooner. Now, you could go too far, and then it's just like dogging out and shifting way too soon. So it's kind of a balancing act, and so you don't want to go too far with it in either direction. So let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about on the back. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see. Let me get down. Sorry. One-man band today. There it is. See the white clip? Let me get my other hand in here. So this is the back of that cable, and this is the white clip. You're gonna push this in, and it's gonna allow the cable on the back of this to slide inward. So the actual cable will slide inward. You can control that by holding the cable and pushing your finger on this button here, and it's gonna allow that to go ahead and slide that cable in and get looser with the cable. Or if you wanted it tighter, you would pull it back. What you wanna do, so you have a reference point, is to go ahead and mark your cable like I did with a marker to the housing. So you know if all else fails, you're messing this thing, it's getting worse, put it back to where it was. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and push this and slide that cable in, and it's gonna slack this up. So right now it's like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Obviously I can't have you hold this while I do it, but that's exactly what you do. You push that in and slide the cable, so stand by. Okay, so I went ahead and adjusted that. And one other thing I wanna mention, I was wrong. You don't actually push this in. I'm sorry, I was getting this mixed up with a different truck. There's clips on the side. Each side, you unclip it basically, and you allow that clip to be loose. That allows you to move that cable in and out. And as you can see, you don't see my mark anymore because I moved it in about 1 notch. So I just moved it in a little bit. And if you come over here to the cable, it's got some play in it now, which is what I would expect to see. One other thing, so this truck should be fine now. So you'd go ahead and test drive it and see if your shift changed or how it changed, and if it improved. You can go a little more, you can go a little less, play with that, check that. The other thing is, on the other end of this cable, and let me get underneath the truck and I'll show you that, there's a return spring and a mechanism that can also go bad. So before you mess with the adjustment, you probably should check this. Put a light on it here. Okay, see that spring right there? My light is right on it. That's the spring that I'm talking about. So if I can hold this with one hand, yep, perfect. That's the spring. You want to make sure that's intact. And this is the linkage. This is the other end of that cable. Make sure it's free. And this one's actually very free. So make sure that moves freely, because that might need some lube and be adjusted right there. And for any of you that are wondering where the band adjustment is, the front band adjustment on these things, it's right behind it. See that greasy nut? That would be a band adjustment. We can do that another day and show you that one. All right, guys, that's it in a nutshell on these things. It's not very hard. You want to go ahead and be certain you mark the cable, check your spring, check your linkage down there, and make sure it's not seized up before you're up here messing with anything, because that could give you a false reading. And then you're going to go ahead and release that white clip by pulling the little tabs off. I know I said push it in. It's not. You release it by lifting the tabs off, and you can slide the actual cable in, so into the housing to cause more slack and allow it to shift a little sooner, and pull it out to take the slack out of the cable and or firm up the shifts or make it hold onto a shift longer, which this thing's holding onto it too long. So I hope this helped at least a few of you. And go ahead and drop a comment and let me know what you think and what else you might want to see on this truck, because we're going to be doing a whole bunch of things to this. It's a 99 Dodge Cummins 24 valve early model, two-wheel drive. So anything you might want to see or check out or want to know how to do, drop a comment. Thanks, and please subscribe. Flippin' Customized.